Hey, love bugs, what's up? I hope you're having a good morning or night whenever this video may reach you. Did it come out? It came out. Yes, so today, we are going to be talking about Wendy Williams. um, I'm kind of under the weather. Y'all know I don't ever claim that, but I am. I watched a lot of the documentary, the first part yesterday. Then I saw like some clips, and it was so hard to watch because Wendy is not the Wendy that we knew. That Wendy is long gone. And I wanted to come and talk to you guys about it because I feel like it's not only about a gossip queen, a media mogul, someone who amassed this wealth and this fame and built this huge platform. This is about a human being. This is about a woman, a mom, an aunt, a daughter, a sister, a friend. She was a wife. And her story is so layered because not only, does she have these physical health problems, she has emotional health problems, and she has mental health problems. So we did come and talk about Wendy Williams suffering from dementia and aphasia. I think that's how you pronounce it. And so her short-term memory is affected. Her cognitive um, health and ability is affected. And watching this documentary was really hard. Like, it made me tear up. Like, I don't think I was ready to see that. We saw some of the clips, and we saw the trailer before it came out, and a lot of us was like, what the heck is going on? But of course, we're still going to tune in. And a lot of the comments before we even really got to see it was, well, this is how she lived her life. That's karma. She lived her life talking about people. She can't expect for people to not talk about her. Like, yeah, but at the end of the day, on a human level, Wendy Williams, y'all got to excuse me if I'm like and coughing. I'm having issues with my lymph nodes. Like, I've been, trying to heal myself. But we got to get up and we got to work. So she's still a person, and I feel like we need to give Wendy some grace. I want us to all send her some prayers, and it made me think about myself, it just made me think about all of us that are in the social commentary space, sector. If anything happens to me, will y'all be like, well, she brought this on herself because she was giving social commentary? Yeah, Wendy was a little out there. Wendy broke stories. We don't break stories over here. I don't break stories. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not on a hunt to uncover anybody's business. I talk about things that is already out there on Front Street. I talk about things that people put out about themselves. I talk about stuff that other people already put out. I'm not trying to, uncover and expose anybody. Like, that's not necessarily what I do. And when I give social commentary, I always make it a point for us to learn something. What is the silver lining? How do we apply this to our lives? How do we do better? What do we take away from this? And I think I'm hilarious. I'm like a comedian on a level. So we also get a laugh. Like, it's entertainment, but I just make it a point to not be so. I'm trying to find out the word that I'm trying to use. I can't think of the word right now, but I do get that because I'm up here, I'm building my platform and I'm not exempt from people talking about me. I understand that. However, I'm still a person. I would pray that if something would ever happen, y'all wouldn't be like, well, she brought that on herself because she was giving her opinion on other people's lives. Like, I do believe in karmic footprint. I feel like whatever you put out there, it ultimately does come back to you to some degree. So it's only inevitable that people do talk about me, which they have already started. However, I really feel like Wendy's ultimate demise had a lot to do with her husband. I really do. Because even in that clip, where she was talking to Black China with her recent memories coming in and out, her core memory was that her name was Wendy Hunter and her husband was broke. So for her to remember that, out of everything that she's been experiencing and everything that she's going through, y'all know how much of a toll that took on her. So before we delve a little deeper, let me say hey to my peoples. What's up? Make sure you all are hitting the like button and on your way to my house. Y'all already know what time it is. Pay the entry fee. It's free $99. Let me say hey, roll call. What's up, Kayla? Oh, the second part is on now. Yes, I'm gonna catch up with it. Hey, Colton. Hey, Jay the Illuminated. Hi, God's Anointed. Hey, Anna. Hey, Faith. Thank you, baby. What's up, Unique? What's going on, Alexis? What's going on, Mia? Yes, what's up? Hey, Crystal. How you doing, boo? What's up, Vivian? Ow. Hi. What's going on, Media New Post? What's up, D? What's going on? Find your free. What's up? Yes. Enlightening. Hey. I love the little shirts with emojis. Oh, I don't know. It was hard to watch. It was so hard to watch. It really was. And I really wanted to just come on here and just talk about it for a bit with you guys. And then we're going to watch part 2 and then we'll come talk about part 2. Thank you, J-Sock. Hey, Jody. What's going on? So, okay, back to the point that I really wanted to make about this. I was literally tearing up, and low-key kind of crying a little bit watching that because I'm like, damn, how do you prevent, what are the preventative measures to take so that this doesn't end up happening to you? And Storm and I was talking and I was like, yo, what do we do to safeguard ourselves from something like this? And it's just kind of not becoming a part of the machine, and having a sound group of people around you. You got to have a sounding board. You have to be surrounded with people that actually love you and have your best interest at heart. And it can't just be a money grab, yeah, people are going to love you if you're paying their bills, you're paying for their livelihood, on the whole family. Of course, people are going to love you. Of course, people are going to be yes men. Of course, they're going to adhere to your every whim and your every single need because you're on a payroll, But to really have people in your corner that love you for you, that loved you before you were rich and world famous, that is rare, and even to have people that love you before you were rich and famous, for them to still stick around and see you as a human and not just a commodity or just a payday or a storyline. That's something that is even me, in my journey, I'm very much a loner type of person. I spend a lot of time alone and I go out and I hang out with people that, that I probably could do without because sometimes I'm bored or sometimes I'll be like, dang, I'm just by myself all the time. So why not go and socialize? And it's not always necessarily what I should be doing. I'll put it like that. And you could kind of get lost in the sauce or you could find yourself letting people spin your block that ain't supposed to. It's not the easiest to be a magnet, to have aspirations of doing something big, to be a public figure, to put yourself on these social platforms, and to be an entertainer, and to live amongst people that are not like you. And it's just we got to really, really pay attention to who we keep around us. I think that Wendy has a lot of yes people around her. The fact that these people are enabling her to where as they buying her vape pens and bottles of alcohol, what are we doing? This woman clearly has health issues. Why are you buying her a bottle of vodka? What? Why are you going to the smoke shop and getting her vape pens? She only got 6% feeling in her legs. Vaping, smoking, that and alcoholism messes with your circulation. When you have poor blood circulation, your limbs become numb, you can't move, you're not as agile. Why would they continuously supply her with things that is going to further add to the demise and the deterioration of her physical body. Especially if they claim they want to get her back out there and they want her to work. And her new manager is very, very similar. He has a similar aesthetic to her ex-husband, so what her physical type is. I remember I heard her referring to him as like, oh, my sexy or my hot manager or something like that. And it's just like, what is he even managing? Like, Wendy doesn't have a career at this point. Was he just managing the documentary? Like, what is there to even manage at this point? What she needs is probably a life coach, some type of psychologist. Like, she needs to be in some type of rehabilitation center. Well, right now, from what we know, she's in a facility, but I don't know exactly what type of facility. Her family has limited connection or access to her, which is really, really sad. Like, this whole thing just literally made me cry. Like, I was feeling depleted and depressed watching that. And I'm like, damn, like, she was so full of life. We'd always see her on she's a showgirl. She would sit in her purple chair. I got a pink chair. I'm just like, damn, like, imagine me fast forward freaking almost 30 years from now, 50 something odd, 20 something odd years from now. And I'm just, like, and my family has no access. The bank has seized my assets. And the movie that I was talking about, when I told you about the movie that I saw that literally, like, just put me in the mind of it, was called I Care. Remember, I was telling you guys about this movie like 2 or 3 days ago when we were initially talking about the trailer, like before it even came out. And yeah, like, these people, they had this facility, like, they would come in, and these were people that were like functioning just because they were up in age and they were wealthy. They had estates, they had money. These people would come in, these fraudulent ass clear women would come in, take ownership of their assets, have a court. It was a whole system. The judges was in on it. They had people that would help them to deem these people, inept, unwell, like, oh yeah, just sign them over because they ain't got the. And her son, I believe the woman who they did this to that would like really help to like bust the case open, was her son was not letting it go. Like, from what I watched it, I gotta watch it again, but it's just like scary because how do you protect yourself from this, even if you're well? Because Storm said, well, you got to make sure you're sober. You can't allow people to drug you out. You can't just be drinking. You can't eat from everybody. Something simple as getting a cup of tea. You don't know what a person could put in your tea. You really don't. And I was like thinking about the movie I Care. This woman was not on any substances. They literally just targeted her because she was older. She was single. She had like one kid. And it was an easy target. They target people that don't have anybody around them. And we have heard Wendy Williams get on her show and say that she don't F with her family like that. We heard her say that. We can't even sit up here and act like we ain't never. Wendy done said her family was trying to mooch. She denounced that brother. She said she don't deal with the brother. She didn't deal with the sister Wanda. The only people that I really kind of heard her say that she was okay with was her niece. Because I feel like she gave her, she did a little nepotism thing with her niece. Like, I remember her talking about her niece. And of course, her son and her husband. That was her everything. And her mom and her dad. Her mom was her best friend. And I know, and I believe that, people can really get sick and pass away of a broken heart. And Wendy's mom passed away while she was going through the scandal with Kevin. Like, so who does she really have to talk to air her grievances with, to confide in? And lots of times, especially in our community, a lot of us are walking around utterly traumatized. I talk about this all the time, where a lot of us are traumatized. A lot of us have mental health issues. And just because you think that you got it together and you're functioning doesn't mean that you are not suffering. Just because you're not breaking down, crying all the time, it doesn't mean that you're not suffering. And then you don't know what can offset. You don't know what can trigger you to put you in a certain mindset to whereas you cannot fully just rightfully recover. You just never know. And because we were, prone as a community to praying about it, going to church, sleeping, we do all of these other things instead of getting to the root of what the actual issue is. We don't really cure the problem. We put Band-Aids on it. We do what the pharmaceutical company does. We treat the symptoms, but we don't treat the actual problem. And I feel like this is what happened with Wendy Williams and her nephew. He came on and he said, I lived with her a while, I think when he was in college or whatever the case may be. And she would go to work, do her job, show up, Wendy Williams, hey, oh, for an hour or two. And then she would come home, get her bottle of liquor, get her vape pen, go in her bedroom, and you wouldn't see her again until it was time for her to go back to work. That sounds like a manic depressive type of person to me, if you ask me. If you're always, if people are around you and you just don't even socialize at all, then I would think that there's some type of mental angst there, and because she was functioning and she was able to get up and do her job, people didn't care. No one cared. No one cared to dig deeper, to delve deeper, to really try to figure out what the root cause instead of just masking the symptoms. And you mask it with alcoholism. Alcoholism. You drink your feelings away. You drink the pain away. It's a cheap, quick, and easy escape. And like I said, Sloan was like, oh, the drugs you don't. Even when you have handlers and you're not on drugs, you're not out buying street drugs. You can't. When you are at a certain status, you can't go out to the dope boy on the corner. So it's people around you that's giving you narcotics. They're getting these doctors to prescribe you things. You don't even know what you're receiving. I remember I saw something. I can't remember. I don't know if it was Britney Spears. I don't know exactly who it was, but I remember it was a celebrity. It was like a young starlet type of celebrity. And she was like, I'm not feeling good. I'm having a headache. And a handler, a manager, somebody came in and just handed her some pills and said, hey, these are pain pills. You don't even know what people are giving you. You can't even take a goddamn aspirin from somebody these days because you don't know what it is. You really don't. And when her niece went on The View, they were talking about Britney Spears. I'm like, come on, I'm going to pull it up. Hopefully I don't get a copyright because I don't have time for it. But hi, how are you guys? This situation is really like making me sad. I can't lie. Yes, hit the like button. Yes. Yes, I can relate. I was there for years. Wow. She even pushing little Kevin away because he's trying to stop her. Exactly, Mia. She doesn't want to be around anyone that's not going to enable her. And I'm just like, if this woman is sick, her brain is leaving. Who the hell is going to the liquor store and buy her a gallons out? Who is doing that and why? Why would somebody go out and get Wendy liquor? She don't even know what the hell is going on. Eyes bugged out. It's just so disturbing to me. It really is. And there were points in the documentary where we saw glimpses of her and her actual personality. You're like, okay, there goes Wendy. But then you will see her just like spaced out, cussing out the nail tech, calling her stupid. Hey, Norris, cussing out her assistant, telling her she need lipo. First of all, I don't give a damn how much of dementia you got. You're not talking to me like that. I probably would have been like, Wendy, you got me fucked up. I know your mind ain't all the way there, but reel it in, sweetheart. Reel it in. Okay. Oh, wait, hold up. Yeah, let me not. About to share y'all my business. It's just so sad, you guys. Like it really brought tears to my eyes. It really did. That hurt my feelings. Like I wasn't ready. I like seeing Wendy like that made me just like this woman that brought so much joy, and just because she talked about people's business, I don't think that she deserved to go out like that. I really don't. I really don't. But that's just like the thing that I just continuously say. We have to take care of ourselves. And not just physically, mentally and emotionally, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to. Very, very conscious of who we allow in our inner circle, who we share our dreams with, who we even allow to come with us on our journey. You know, especially when you're conquering something big, everybody does not deserve to be there with you. And women, ladies, you got to mind who you taking dick from and who you marrying, whose last name you taking on, because that can make or break you. Like, think about Oprah Winfrey and then think about Wendy Williams. Similar dreams. You know, Oprah started out being like a Jerry Springer too. Everybody done forgot that because she successfully pivoted. She successfully rebranded, but Oprah was doing a whole bunch of ratchet, ghetto, trashy nonsense too when she first started her talk show career. And y'all best not get it twisted, okay? She graduated. She had a plan. She also aligned herself with people that was going to ensure that she got to where it is that she needed to go. Oprah also probably did some rituals and so now and then a couple of unsavory things. And we got to talk about that too. But Stedman versus Kevin Hunter. Stedman versus a Kevin Hunter. Wendy was also, you know, a submissive provider. Oprah was more headstrong, more head fast. She knew what she wanted. They were both equally ambitious, in my opinion. Oprah just had more crossover appeal for whatever reason. And I just think all right, I'm gonna play this and we're gonna come back and keep talking and continue to talk about Kevin Hunter. Wait, I'm not even gonna play the view. Let's play, hold up. This one. She went on ABC News. Yeah. Okay. So basically, she's talking about why Wendy did this, you know, because everybody's like, why does she want to exploit herself like this? Like, why would she like green light this? I don't know if we're going to get a copyright, guys, but I'm going to just play a little bit and then we just going to have to listen to the audio.
You knew.
How you doing?
And there's the Wendy that we're going to see in this documentary.
My real name is Wendy Hunter.
It's not a very pretty sight.
It's not.
To see her go from that to that, for you as somebody who looked up to her, what's it like for you?
Hard. I think that people are going to see this documentary and it's going to be a departure from the Wendy that everybody has known.
Alex Finney, the niece and goddaughter of talk show icon Wendy Williams, speaking out about her aunt's private struggle.
I feel like I've been living in this secret bubble for a very long time.
Most people know Wendy as the larger-than-life, self-proclaimed queen of all media, host of her own namesake daytime talk show, The Wendy Williams Show.
Here's Wendy!
No celebrity off limits during her scorching hot topics.
Mariah, I don't know who you think you're fooling with this one.
And that signature catchphrase.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
The new Lifetime documentary, Where is Wendy Williams, revealing the different Wendy family and those closest to her knew in the years following the cancellation of her television show. Lifetime's parent company now the target of a lawsuit just days before the documentary's premiere on Saturday. The company telling ABC News in a statement, Lifetime appeared in court today and the documentary Where is Wendy Williams will air this weekend as planned.
Did you see a neurologist to find out if I'm crazy? Mm-hmm.
In it, viewers will see a shocking portrait of Wendy as a lonely, agitated woman.
I have no friends. You know how many people come out to support you? You know how many people love you? No, I don't.
You are bigger than this. You are better than this. You are smarter than this. You are stronger than this.
Facing low moments, including excessive drinking.
Did you drink this whole thing today?
Fits of anger.
Go! Drive! I have no idea where we are.
And bouts of incoherence.
I think she's losing memory. Have you guys noticed that?
How dare him?
So with my aunt, some of the issues that are being presented in this documentary have been there before, but it just really sped up over the last 2 years or so and just mushroomed into something that felt uncontrollable. She definitely cognitively has some things that are off.
The 59-year-old now revealing through her care team that she has been diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia, a form of frontotemporal dementia, or FTD. Her team saying the decision to share her diagnosis was made not only to advocate for understanding and compassion for Wendy, but to raise awareness about the disease and support the thousands of others facing similar circumstances.
Frontotemporal dementia, it tends to affect younger people in their 40s to 60s. It's pretty rare, and it affects behavior like decision-making, personality, impulse control, and then it also affects communication skills.
Ain't that crazy? Decision-making, personality, impulse control, and decision-making. This is why she's so mean and nasty to everybody that's around her. She can't control what she says. And the fact that her communication is gone and that is her moneymaker, that's her talent. Like, I could not imagine, like, that's literally her talent, to communicate with people. That's how she was introduced to the world. That's what made her a multimillionaire. That's what made her a megastar, her communication skills. And that is the thing that she's losing. It's crazy. Yeah, because in the beginning she was like, "Oh, because I get to show my boobs. Can I show them now?" And they were like, "No, don't take your titties out now. Don't take your titties out."
But most patients will have a mixture of behavioral and language symptoms.
Bruce, this way, please.
Golden Globe winning actor Bruce Willis, an action star famous for the Die Hard franchise, also diagnosed with aphasia in 2022 and later FTD in 2023, forcing him to step away from his career in Hollywood.
I have to really give both Bruce Willis and Wendy Williams a huge amount of credit, because what they have each done is been open about something that is not a glamorous diagnosis. These are not easy symptoms to talk about. For them to open up that discussion and allow people to learn about this disease is such a gift, and it's so important.
Alex sat down with me to talk about the documentary just before her aunt's diagnosis was made public. Your aunt is known for her sizzling hot topics. There are probably some people who don't feel the most sympathetic toward her right now. Is that hard for you, hard for her, to know that some people think the woman who went after other people is now dealing with her own life of a hot topic?
I don't think that it's really hard for my aunt. I think she knows the bed that she made. And so you got to lie in it sometimes, right? When it comes to the court of public opinion. And she's used to that. I also understand that everybody's entitled to their opinion. And my aunt was in a very controversial lane. At the end of the day, she is a person and she doesn't deserve to be suffering the way that she's been suffering.
The documentary project initially setting out to capture Wendy Williams' career comeback.
Showtime.
But instead appearing to chronicle her cognitive decline. It is heartbreaking. Some people are going to look at this and say, this is exploitation. She's being exploited. How could they do this?
Right.
What do you say to that?
You know, and I understand that some people look at it and think that. But I will say this, first and foremost, my aunt is the executive producer of this documentary. And when I finally talked with her, I said to her, Aunt Wendy, why do you want to do this? She said, now is the perfect time because I want to take ownership of my story.
But does she have the capacity to take ownership of her story? Does she really know what she's doing, in your view?
I think that it comes in waves. And even in the conversations that I would have with her, right? Like that conversation was crystal clear when I said, why are you doing this? And she said, I want to tell my story. That conversation was crystal clear.
Owning her story has always been part of Wendy's brand.
From 6 years old, all I wanted was to be famous.
The proud Jersey girl going on to become...
Okay, so I'm not going to play the rest of that because it's kind of lengthy. But I just wanted to play some of that so we could get, you know, a general synopsis of like what exactly it is that she's suffering from. And the fact that her niece said that she says she wanted to do this, for all of the people that are saying her family is exploiting her. Everybody's exploiting her. What is going on? Oh my God, what is going on? And Wendy was a showgirl. She wanted to be famous. She wanted everybody to know what it is that she had going on in her life. She was an open book. She talked about, you know, struggling with drugs. Like when Kevin got old girl pregnant, she came out and told us, like, she got ahead of it. But I really think that that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And this is what I was getting into when I was talking about dating a Stedman versus dating a Kevin Hunter. You know, Mia said it best. Stedman knew his place. Stedman was accomplished on his own. Stedman wasn't a leash. Stedman didn't need Oprah. He actually wanted to be there. Kevin was a swindler. He was a scammer. He was a hustler. He was a hood nigga. And I got to put out a disclaimer. Every hood person is not inherently a scammer, a swindler. It doesn't go hand in hand. It's not synonymous. However, you're more prone to find those types of people in impoverished neighborhoods because they're trying to make it out and they're willing to do anything, including and definitely not limited to getting married and exploiting their spouse to get a leg up in life. We've all seen it happen. We witnessed it with Whitney Houston, you know? And then he started managing her. And this is why I used to tell this to y'all all the time. I used to hue and holler and scream. Y'all ever see Love Jones with a goddamn anonymous ass? Some nigga talking about he my manager. Check on me, okay? Because y'all know that's not how I roll. You ain't got no credentials. We didn't never met you nowhere. We ain't seen you nowhere. You don't go here. We don't know you. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Come and find out what the hell is going on with me. Y'all see me pop up with a random ass nigga that don't got no background in the entertainment. This my husband and he my manager. Check on me, okay? Send a kite. Send a kite. I just got to put that out there because we just now getting this thing started. Y'all my day ones. So y'all better come and find my ass, all right? Start a petition. Fuck that. Because, you know, when you getting that good dick, when that man is hitting that spot, especially when you're an isolated type of person, when you're a loner type of person, when you're an ambitious type of person, you don't really have that much access to people. So whoever really gets to be around you is limited. You know what I mean? Like you don't socialize that much. So when you do, and somebody really do crack that barrier, it's hard to like shut it down. So you're more willing to accept certain things because of comfortability. It's hard to trust people when you reach a certain status and a certain stature. You know, when you do let somebody in and they get to know everything about you, like now you're nervous that they're gonna expose you. You get what I'm saying? So you try to keep like I think somebody said, I pinned it. We can't say yes, y'all got more power than you think. Come and find me. Send a kite. Y'all better be picking it, do whatever it is. Y'all ever see me in some crazy, strange ass? Y'all better come and get me. Come and get me. But yeah, when he hitting it right, you know, putting that heavy root, that sex magic on you, and he's passionate, and it seems like he's everything that you need and more. And when you feel like you don't really have anybody, and then you have this man that's like also, you know, hood, like he checking people for you, he your mouthpiece, he's protecting you, he's providing protection, so to speak, because this is how Wendy would describe him. She would say he protected me. He made me feel like I had somebody that prioritized me, but he works for her. So of course he's going to protect you. Of course he's going to prioritize you. You're his employer. Same as, I hate to say it, but Nicki Minaj. I love Nicki. I love Nicki down. But Nicki's husband is there for protection because she's familiar. And I was going, and Monique, because she's familiar with him. She feels safe with him. And she was lonely. Like a lot of women that are wealthy, super wealthy, I cannot imagine how isolating that is. I feel kind of isolated now, and I'm still medium poor. Shouts out to Storm Monroe for coining that term. So climbing and continuing to climb, you know, and not having people that aren't your employees, you kind of tend to spin the block with people from days of old. Monique did the same thing with her daddy. Because her daddy was somebody that she knew since she was 15, so she felt like she could trust him. She felt like he knew me, you know, before. Like, he knew me before. Nicki Minaj, she knew her husband when she was a teenager. He knew me before. Yeah, I left him and became a multi-control-G. That's not even weird. A multi-millionaire, but let me go pick this nigga up off the block because at least I feel safe. He reminds me of home, so to speak. And with Wendy, yes, Kevin knew her when she was Wendy, but she wasn't, if you feel, how you doing? And it didn't even give all of that. Not quite yet. She met him when she was still able to walk outside, you know, be up in the club. She was still trying. Wendy met Kevin at my, like, kind of where I am. Like, I could be up in the club with the celebrities. I'm in the hoop, but I'm still, you know, we still on the way up. Like, it gave that. It gave very much that. So as much as she built it on her own, he was there every step of the way. He was helping her to negotiate her contracts. And even if he was exploiting her, he still was such an instrumental factor in her career. So she's like really tethered to him. It's hard. I don't know that she knows how to live without a man. She's a very, very dependent type of person. It gives Velcro. And this is why, like, we saw Wendy when she was trying to come back outside and she was saying she was going to do her podcast and she would be crying, saying she was ready to date and she wanted a man. Like, she doesn't know who she is on her own. She doesn't know. And this is why, you know, I always preach self-love over here. We need people to survive. We need each other. We need companionship. We need camaraderie. It's a human nature thing. So I'm not sitting up here saying that you shouldn't want to be in a relationship and you shouldn't want to, you know, have love or have a family. That's not what I'm saying. However, what I am saying is that you need to love yourself more than your need to be tied to just in your body. Because that's when you become desperate and you be making a 50-part series on TikTok called Who the Fuck Did I Marry? Like Risa Tisa. Okay. Or you end up like Wendy Williams. We just got to use discernment. And I'm not completely blaming Kevin. However, I do know that what he did, that scandal, was too much for her to bear. But she had already been traumatized and had a lot of tragic things happen to her before she met him with SA, you know, and then she was abusing substances. And he was just the straw that broke the camel's back. And I just, you know, I honestly, this is just a cautionary tale. It's a cautionary tale. Thank you, Tanya. Shouts out to you. Thank you, Paula. Shouts out to you guys for the donations. I appreciate you so much. I love y'all. Shouts out to Isis. Thank you, babe. Shouts out to Pamela. Thank you, Boo Cakes. Y'all are so sweet. But as women, you know, we get so desperate, and then especially by societal standards, we feel like we need to be married. Like, we even seen Wendy in the scene with the nail tech asking her, like, are you single? Are you married? Do you want to be married? Do you want to have kids? It's like, and then Wendy is ooh, excuse me, generation X, where they feel like you're as a woman, your validation. Or is Wendy a boomer? Is Wendy a boomer or is she a Generation X? She may be on the cusp. Anyways, those generations, it kind of was like, you get married, you have the kid, you know. She stepped out of the box enough by being a career woman, and especially like making, you know, a name for herself by being messy, kind of like that was unheard of what Wendy was doing. And she lost her job at the radio station when she outed P. Diddy, which everybody know what the king. We all know what they. Now Diddy, now it came out that he'd been doing freak offs. You had to have white nails. He was doing all types of things. Had poor Cassie out there screwing, and it was just a lot going on with Diddy. So Wendy knew, and because she knew, she was a whistleblower. And I think we don't give her enough credit for that as well. Like, she was not afraid to blow the lid off of the entertainment industry. So it wasn't just her exploiting people and telling people's business. She was giving us a play-by-play of what's actually going on behind the veil in the entertainment industry. Nobody else was doing that. Everybody else was too goddamn scared. Now she opened the door so that I could get up here and my melanin complected, mocha complected goddess glory and even talk about her. Had it not been for Wendy Williams, we would not have a commentary sector. We would not, especially with people that look like us. Think about it. She was a pioneer. She took the lashings so that we could be here. She did. And it just makes me like sad that we're seeing her demise like this right before our very eyes. And I won't sit up here and say that it's irreversible or that she couldn't, get her health back on the right track, because she could, but does she want to? And I saw a little bit of Armand Wiggins show. Shouts out to Armand. I watched a little bit of his commentary on it. I think that was last night. And he was like, he thinks Wendy is done. Like, she doesn't want to. Like, she's tired. But then I saw her niece when she was on The View saying that she spoke to her, because no one has really seen Wendy in like over 8 months, which is bizarre to me. And Wendy is always talking about getting back to work. She's not really focused on her health. But it's like, you do know that, I mean, as cliche as it sounds, health is wealth. If you're not healthy, it doesn't matter. You can't do anything. It doesn't matter how much money you got. There was a scene where she was crying. She's like, I got so much money. And it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter that you have millions of dollars, a penthouse in the sky. It doesn't matter that you have Louis Vuitton or a Thigh Gap that she was bragging about. It does not matter. You cannot get up and walk yourself. And we really need to be so grateful and appreciative and show gratitude for the simple things in life. Being able to get up and walk to the bathroom, to use the bathroom on your own, is a blessing. Being able to get up and walk and make yourself a cup of tea is a blessing. The fact that I even know how to do this on my own and I don't need a whole camera crew, I don't got to have nobody up in here. Like, it's a blessing. This is the blessing. We are truly blessed. We are living on the leading edge. And once again, shouts out to Mr. Monroe. He was saying, we're fortunate enough that we don't need the machine. It's not a necessity for us to be successful in the media space. It's not. Like, we have all of these tools right at our fingertips. The cell phone is literally a camera, a voice recorder, an editor, all in one. We're living on the leading edge. We really are. And we need to take full advantage, like whatever it is that you want to do, do it. We have this one life. Don't think about time. It doesn't even matter. All of that is like fictitious as long as you're healthy. Because Wendy Williams is 59. Let me just double check her age, because I keep saying 59. Yeah, so she's 59. Okay, let me share the screen with you all. Hi, SM. Me and Wendy is going to go on. I know, and it just makes me so sad. So Wendy is 59 years old, right? Like, we would like to be like, oh, that's old, she old. No. The president of the United States is in his 80s, you guys. And he's not the best example because his ass is senile as all outdoors. But okay, so Wendy Williams is 59. Let's look at how old Angela Bassett is. Angela Bassett is 65 years old. Now, just let that sink in. Angela Bassett is 65 years old. Now, let that sink in. Now, look at Angela Bassett's health versus Wendy Williams. And this is not even me trying to like be funny and compare. I just want to do side by side so we can really understand what could happen. I was about to do Jay-Z, Cheryl. That's who I was going to do next. It's funny you said how old is Jay-Z, because that's who I was going to do next. That's who I mentioned when I was talking to someone. I was like, Jay-Z and they in the same age range. This part, lifestyle. She took care of her body. Yep. But do you see how much it does not matter how old you are? Angela Bassett is still going out and accepting awards. She's still getting casted for roles. She is still here working. So your age doesn't matter. It does not matter. Jay-Z is 54 years old. Jay-Z and Wendy Williams is in the same age range, you guys. In the same age range. He is still accepting awards. He is still working. He's still producing movies. He was just on a tour with his wife a few years ago. It's really age. It doesn't matter. It's really about your lifestyle, how you take care of yourself, and who you surround yourself with. And as a woman, I tell you guys this all the time. A man will kill you out quick. We live a shorter lifespan being married. And I'm going to just also say being married to the wrong type of man. Let's just put it like that. Having to, like, we live a shorter lifespan. We help them to actually live longer. I know, Dreamy, I got to catch it. We can talk about this now. I'm going to watch it. And then we're going to come and talk about that part too a little later on. But she decided to hang. Look, it's crazy. Think about it. Think about it. Who else is up there in age, but they still out here? Oh, J-Lo. Jennifer Lopez is 54. She's still out here making stupid musical movies. Do y'all see this? All of these people is in the same age range as Wendy Williams. And she's losing her mind, literally losing her mind. Literally losing her mind. Dr. Dre, 59. Janet Jackson. Let's see how old Janet Jackson is. Janet Jackson, 57. 57. How old is Nene Leakes? Nene Leakes is 56. Do y'all see that? Y'all, like, Nene Leakes is 56. And this is my point. Nene Leakes is still out here working out, getting plastic surgery. I'm not an advocate for plastic surgery, but I'm just saying she still got her brain. When Wendy Williams' mind started coming in and out, that was 2019? When she fell with the, and 2022 is when her show got officially canceled. So how old was Wendy Williams in 2019? 54? Do y'all see? Like, we really think about it. 54, 55, you're starting to lose your mind, your brain. You can't think like y'all. It's scary. It's really scary. We have to take care of ourselves. We do. We got to stop. You know, I drunk the fuck out. I'm not gonna sit up here lying. I'm doing another 30 days, no alcohol. The vaping. We got to stop, y'all. Method Man, let me see. All right, let's see how old Method Man is. Method Man, 52. All right, he's younger. But everybody else, you 55, 54, 59, that's the same age range. Age range is 5 to 6 years. You're in the same age range. All of those people are fully functional. They're still booking jobs. Nene Leakes, 54 years old. It was literally just hosting the Baddies reunion where bitches was fighting and beating each other's ass. But yeah, our good sis, Wendy Williams, is in and out of consciousness. She don't know what the hell is going on, cussing people like a dog in the street, getting taken advantage of. Like, I honestly, and I saw Mia say this early on, and I these are my same sentiments. I feel the same way. I don't think that Wendy is solely just losing it on her own. Like, I feel like she's on a regimen of pills that is making her go extra crazy so that she could be financially exploited and taken advantage of. That's my take. Vivica 59. Wait, let's go. Let's see. But I'm only pulling up these people's ages for context. Because we think like, oh, 59, that's old. No, it's not. The greats, the people that we revere, the people that we love, they're in their 50s. and they still look the fuck good. They out here. J-Lo could get up here and do a concert. Like, come on. Wait, who was I about to look up? Oh, Vivica Fox. Okay. Vivica Fox is the same age as Wendy Williams, y'all. Wendy Williams is not, she's not old. She's older, but she's not old to whereas she should be going through this, like what experiencing to whereas she should be experiencing what she is the way that she's experiencing it. I really do think that they have her on some type of drug, some pharmaceuticals, because they do that. They drug you the fuck out. Kanye West said best. He was like, yo, they had me in a hospital. They said I was crazy. They put me on drugs. I don't know what the hell I was taking. They had me on Valium. They had me on this. They had me on that. Like, his handler said, if you keep it up, you won't be having regular play dates with your kids. Like, and Kanye is always factory reset. I be telling y'all this. They give you a cocktail of drugs to factory reset that ass, to make you more malleable, to make you more agreeable, have you signing papers and shit. You don't know what the hell is going on. You're drugged and whacked out of your mind. And I remember LaToya Jackson didn't have access to Michael. She couldn't just go and see her brother. She couldn't just go and see him, you guys. She had to go through a middleman. She couldn't even just call him up on the phone. I cannot imagine having handlers and people like, to whereas my younger siblings, I have a lot of younger siblings, but my main two my brother just couldn't just call me or couldn't come see me. My family wouldn't go for that. I don't know what her family is doing. I don't know if they have lawyers. I don't know, what they have in place to fight this. And like, I don't know how conservatorships work. I really don't understand it. Like, how do they just appoint someone to like govern your finances? But they said that it's because they were getting alerts and, money was going out and wasn't coming in. And they said that her son was financially exploiting her and his rent was $80,000 and he was spending $100,000 on Uber Eats. That sounds bizarro to me. Like, where the fuck was he living for $80,000 a month? Was this monthly or was this like throughout the span of a year? Like the whole thing, I'm confused. I am confusion. And what in the fuck is you ordering from Uber Eats that's $100,000? Ain't that much motherfucking McDonald's in the world? Like, then I was thinking, like, was it his father, that was taking some of that money? Or was the son taking money and giving it to his father? Was the son taking money and giving it to his family? Because when you do amass that type of wealth, 9 times out of 10, you're taking care of multiple households. That's why I'm not setting myself up like that. I'm not doing it. I'm not about to be, I'm about to pay your mortgage for life. I'm about to put you in a house. No, I'll help you. I'll give you a nest egg. And you better make that shit work. Don't you think you can ring my bell? Absolutely the fuck not. My family, I know y'all watching. Hey, y'all, I love y'all. Don't be calling my motherfucking phone. Look. I help you out when you need it, but you cannot hit me up every fucking month. I'm not paying. No. The only person maybe just a smidge. I'm not even going to put that out there because I don't need them. It's going to have to be because I want to do it, not because I feel like I'm obligated. They need something, absolutely. But I don't ever want to have to feel like I'm taking care of multiple households. I cannot imagine that type of burden. I couldn't imagine it. That must be really, really stressful. They do say more money, more problems, right? Ooh. Ooh. Ray J, a dealer. Yep, Mia. All right, I'm gonna drop the link for a little bit, for maybe like 15, 20 minutes if anybody want to come up. If not, we'll just continue to talk. And then what time is it? 9. I'll come back around. I'm gonna spin y'all block tonight. I feel like I need some more coffee, to be quite honest. Not coffee, tea. I'm drinking the yogi tea. And I didn't read what it says on they have these little notes. It says, there is nothing like you. There was nothing like you, and there shall be nothing like you. Okay. There can only be one me. Okay, I'm 50 and I hit the like button on my way in. Yeah, and you're looking good, PR lady, period. Yeah, some points, facts. Ray J ruining unalive. Y'all crazy as all doors. Her nephew said Uber Eats was for a party she threw for her son. He just paid for it. I knew when I saw Wendy around Ray J, I knew it was downhill for her. Tons of things was at risk. Michael was wary and being careful. Sometimes family is not family. That's true too. And then LaToya did come out and say that, you know, she thought that he was doing that to the children and that the father did that to her. But who's to say she was lying though? That's the thing. We don't know. We weren't there. But then she also came out and said, oh, I'm going to, you know, I didn't mean it. Like I was forced to do it because she had got married to some guy that was a nasty piece of work that had her doing Playboy. She claimed she didn't want to do any of those things, but she was coerced and, you know, probably once on a regimen of drugs. That's what they do. They drug you up. And y'all just thinking about cocaine and ecstasy pill. No, they give you prescription drugs. Oh, you tired? Here, take this. This will help you sleep better. Oh, you can't wake up. Your energy is low. Take this. This will give you some energy. You got a headache? Take this. This will help with your headache. Your feet hurt from dancing and rehearsing for 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Take this. This will help. It's not just buying stuff off the street corner. I think that is where everybody gets fucking confused. Doctors prescribe you drugs. You go to the drugstore, right? CVS, that's called the drugstore to get your prescriptions filled. It is, yes. I wish I had the throat coat one. This is not throat coat. This is green tea super antioxidant one. But the throat coat one is what I usually drink when my throat is like. Mia!
Hey boo, can you hear me? Hey.
How you
You
doing?
look nice in your black girl.
Thank you. What's up?
Nice. You know that's my favorite color. That's sad that they do that too. That's sad. Just because she talk about people, she's a little messy, but she don't lie. Hey, love bugs. That's sad that that's happening to her. That broke my heart. The first little documentary that she did on there, or when she was talking on there before, I think it was that was some years ago now. I went back and rewatched the first little thing that she did, and I was like, she was a little off then, but this time,
It's bad.
yeah, I keep feeling like they did something to her. I understand addiction and stuff, but it's something in my spirit that say they did something to her, and they trying to keep her money.
I think it's a combination. Did you see? I don't know if you was here when I did it the last time when I was just talking about the trailer. If I could I found this woman on TikTok and she basically said the same thing. She said she don't feel like because people was asking her like, do you think that it's like spiritual warfare? You know, basically like if somebody put roots on her, and she said I don't think it was roots. I think somebody did something to her medically.
Yeah, something. Then when you hear when she was talking to her manager and she was like, yeah, you sent me to that place, and the lady was the person that was interviewing her for Lifetime was like, because she was asking about the wellness center, and then she gave him the finger, and he was like, we was trying to get you help, and it seemed like she is pissed off about that. Like I kind of feel like she like trapped within herself. She knows she ain't right, but she can't do nothing about it. That is a horrible feeling. I would not like to experience that. I won't wish that on nobody. Everybody talk about somebody. That don't mean nothing. But did she lie though?
No, that's the thing. Everything she talked about came.
But did she lie though?
She did not lie. She legit was just telling us what the real deal was. Like, and that's what makes it crazy is like, yo, she just was kind of exposing what was going on. Like,
Cautionary tales is what she was exposing. Like,
that's
don't.
what we're doing.
But you know how that go When you got somebody that's gonna go against the buck against the system, this is what's gonna happen to them, unfortunately, because it did happen with so many of our celebrities. If they don't leave the country and stay gone, it's bad for them.
And that's what I meant when I said she took the lashings, because she opened the door. She was the pioneer for us to even be able to get up here and talk about her right now.
That is true.
Okay, so let's play this. All right. Once again, shouts out to Tammy Lay 03.
Hey, my beautiful people. Let's talk about Wendy Williams. Her story is a true, scary story. I'm talking about spooky. Miss Tammy, can you speak on Wendy? Do you believe root work was placed on her? There was not any root work placed on her. There was actual surgical work placed on her. Y'all, what I'm about to tell y'all, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just going to be honest and tell you what I see. I wouldn't normally say things like this, but I don't know how else to explain what I see with Wendy. The timeline that something was done to her was when y'all saw her, when she had the incident on her show where she looked like she was going to like pass out. I think she had on like some green or something. Let me tell you what happened. So the way that I see her when I looked into her is that she's laying on this like black table. Everything is like all black. She has on black. There's this like covering on her that's all black, and she's sleeping. Then it flashes to an image of something around her brain, some type of like medical device around her brain, like some procedure is being done on her, around her head, on the brain. That's all I get. I don't get nothing else. When I looked into it, I saw that image. I saw the thing around her head, and then the image of her when she was on her show and she had the incident. That's what came up. I'm going to tell you what it feels like. I don't feel her soul. So with that being said, I can't see much without channeling her like if she was a dead person. This person right here is not Wendy. So what she has been diagnosed with, it takes away the ability to speak, think, write. That means this person can't tell anything. Can't tell anything. So basically what it's like is like she's in a deep, deep coma, but she's operable. You understand what I'm saying? She's not a vegetable. She's operable. But her real soul herself is like in a deep coma that she can't come out of. You know that she would tell what would happen to her if she could. She can't. They fixed it that way. But here's the thing. I don't know why it was done though. I assume she might have gotten a hold of some piece of information that they didn't want to get out.
No, I don't think
and they had to stop her. That's the only thing that I can think of. But her true self is like in a deep coma. And she's operable. But this is not really her.
That's what I think of when I think of hypnosis.
Yeah, like get out, right? Like get
That's
out.
what MK Ultra is, ain't it? Like a heavy hypnosis. That's why I don't play with hypnotists. I don't play with people digging around in my head like that. I don't play with opening my subconscious to that mess. I'm telling you, they done did something to that lady.
I think so too. That's crazy because I told somebody, I'm like, you cannot hypnotize me. Like I might let you give me a reading, but to hypnotize, absolutely.
But we're not doing that. You're not playing around in my brain. No, thank you. Don't change my inner thoughts. No, thank you.
Power to people that do it, but I don't want to be under no hypnosis.
Can't trust it. No. No, I passed on all of that. I don't. They did something to that lady, though. I mean, because I know a few, for lack of a better word, junkies. I know a lot of them, and they've been alive and doing drugs longer than I've been alive.
Hello, and still doing
stuff. Go to work, retire from work now. And you be like, what the world? Homemakers. I'm telling you, I know some people that really get down, and they are just fine. They did something to that lady, and they drink too, and they smoke too. They did something to that lady.
I think so too. I agree. I feel like it's a combination of everything.
Mm-hmm.
That and then like also her husband doing that scandal with the kid and going through that tore her down. And he was like her
Yeah.
own main source of like protection and comfort. And she always, she never really had friends like that because she had her mother and she had her husband. And then one behind the other, they both just vanished from her life. And I don't think she was able to recover from that.
All at the same time too. Like all this was at the same time. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Like that ain't no laughing matter. When I saw that, I just was like, oh my God. Like what in the world? And then the guy pulled out her liquor. So did you hear her talking to her publicist? And she was mad because her manager had poured all her liquor out on her while she was passed out, and she got mad. And she started telling that girl she need lipo, and I was just like, ooh. Then she called her a dummy and a dumb A, and I just was like, oh no, I don't think she was ever that bad.
Go get some more food to make her fatter.
Yeah. Lord forgive me.
That was terrible. I don't give a fuck if you have a dementia or aphasia or aphasia. You gonna get cussed the fuck out. You're not about to talk to me like that.
That would have been my last day on the job. What the
No.
driver said, the deal with Wendy every day, he said you would have to have a super paycheck. Like he like it ain't enough in this. So I know she going down. Like it's not good. He said, y'all don't pay me enough for this. And he wouldn't take her to get alcohol. And she was mad.
And that's the thing. It just seems like she doesn't want people around her that's not going to enable her. And because she's the, the breadwinner and taking care, providing for families forever, nobody really tells people like that no. So it's hard when somebody tells you, no, I'm not gonna do this, or no, I'm not gonna let you do this. Like, who the fuck you think you do? You know I'm the Wendy Williams. Like,
Yeah. I think her spirit really want to give up, but they still got her body on autopilot, and she's had enough. I think mentally, you know what I mean, and in the state that she's in right now, I just can imagine. I just can imagine spiraling, y'all, and I know I'm spiraling, and I cannot do anything about. Nobody deserves that. Nobody. I would not wish that on anybody. That is a hurtful feeling. That thing hurt my heart. I was like, oh my goodness. I just felt like it was terrible.
It brought tears to my eyes. Like watching, I was like, oh my God, like this is Wendy Williams. Like it just seems like a shell of a person. Like, and then you will see a little glimpse. But like with Armand, because I watched some of his, he was saying like a lot of that was filmed in like 2022. So that, still had a little bit of like of her cognitive like back then. Fast forward and as the months and the days and the years was going by, she's not here like that anymore. Well, her niece did say that she spoke to her not too long ago and she sounded well, but she could just be saying that because she was on national television.
Yeah.
She said no one has seen her. That's another thing I couldn't imagine. Like my family not having access to me, like not being able to come and see me. Like what?
Yeah, that would tear me apart, man. Like not being able to just directly get in contact with. That's another reason why, like, I had the thirst to do certain things, like the kind of be fit, but not. I never wanted to hit that level where everything had to be compromised. I thought you're supposed to be able to use your gifts to get through in life. You know what I mean? Not to necessarily run over or be over top of everybody, because it's like they say, it's lonely at the top.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say it really is like I'm there, but it's just long. It's lonely getting there too. Shit, but I just this is why I'm grateful. Like I thought I was supposed to be world famous by the age of fucking 22. I couldn't imagine I would be fucked up, like for real, lost in the source. So I'm grateful, and we have all of these tools, like I was saying early on, we are literally able to create a lane for ourselves in the comfort of our own homes. Like we don't even have to go out and be what's up, beans.
That's why they mad at y'all, because y'all can bypass the industry and still get your face. That's truly why they don't like a lot of the apps, and they mess with the apps, especially when they first start. Oh, this is a foreign app, and this, and it's always a problem because they really can't too much and control it, especially at the beginning. When they first, they hate new apps. Then they get in, then they want to censor you. Then it's a problem with your melanatedness.
That
You
part.
got to crawl, bare knuckle to get up. And it's like, come on now. But that's what they don't like. Y'all don't have to deal with that hamster wheel the same.
It's so
That's
true. And I'm so grateful because I could like imagine if you had to have like a contract. Let me not even say that because my words are powerful. I'm just gonna say I'm grateful that we can get on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And they
yeah.
have their little restrictions, but it's not. You ain't got the sign. Like you get what I'm saying? You're picking up and putting down.
No contracts.
Like
We
that
not
part.
360 in with YouTube. We're not gonna do it.
Exactly. But like you really do. And then but however, like I do remember Tasha K saying like, now that she's got to that threshold, like they were censoring her and saying, oh, if you sign this deal, or if you do this, are we gonna own X amount? Like that's how it goes when you kind of get bigger. But she was smart enough to create her own app. Like Tasha K is doing some pioneer type shit too.
But that's why I truly believe they had to give it to her real good. Because she was real big. She was big for them britches. They had to give it to her. They get scared. They get nervous. You know what I mean? Because just her starting, just when she really started saying something about that app, you notice that's when they came for her the hardest. I really, truly, I don't know. I don't know nothing, girl. Because I ain't know YouTube. I just know my feelings and my inklings, and they be strong.
I didn't even think about that.
You ever think about when everything started? Think about how, and this is no shade to her, because I don't like the stuff that she had did, the way she cut up and things, but you ain't gonna like everything everybody do, first of all. But just think about it. Think about when they started coming for her. How Star Marie get away with what she did? How that happen? Why did Tasha eat all that?
And Tasha
Then
wasn't
she
even.
announced that app.
That girl was saying it.
Oh, I guess it's just my memory that's off. Okay.
No, because I was remembered it the same way. I'm like, she didn't make these accusations. Just the girl did. Like she
Yes,
just was
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She sure did. And then the girl even doubled down and said that we all have it in us. And then what come out later, a little bit later in science, it lays dormant in your system. She said we all got it. I never forget it. And I said, what? And then next thing you know, millions of dollars later. And I'm like, what in the world? I said, oh, that's messed up. But we were telling her as her fans, like, yo, just leave it alone. Just leave
she
it alone.
that's why, because she just went
Yeah.
like, it was her ego. Her ego just got in the way. Like,
Yeah. And she admitted to that. So, I mean, what can you say? But you think she deserved to be treated like what's happening to Wendy? Then Wendy, like, this is my money. Get that lady her money. Like, even if you don't, at least a point. Who's supposed to be robbing her? Nobody had access but Kevin Jr.
they made it seem like it was him. But thanks for calling. Yeah, I love you. I'm about to.
Yes, I love you very much. Love the love bugs too. Keep going. Let's go. Come on, 20. Here come 20K, girl. I'm speaking it. But that was sad. But I do love the way you do your commentary. You ain't messy.
Thank you.
Unless you're eating somebody up. And then you leave no crumbs and it's all good because they be deserving it. Ooh. Anyway. Good night, y'all. Be safe, be good. Stay prayed up.
Bye.
Later. It's my girl. Love her.
Oh, I didn't mean to go so fast. Hey, come for me and your life will end. What's up?
Hey, Love Jones, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. It's been like the cell phone reception for the past few days has been crazy. I don't know if you heard about like the
You got AT&T?
outages or something, but that's why it's like you go. But okay, so first I would like to congratulate you for hitting 10K.
Yay! Thank you.
And we gonna hit 20K. Y'all hit the like button. We all the way up. Give another bitch a reason to be mad and post videos. But we now
Hello? Oh, dang. It's going in and out. I'm going to drop it down and try to bring it back up. Anybody else want to chime in? Click the link. If anybody, it's been AT&T, right? Wait, what you said, Pisces Mermaid? You said years ago I was hypnotized in my abnormal psychology class. I still wonder what. You mean what my subconscious was fed? Yeah, that's why I can't. No hypnotism, no hypnotism. But okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna make me some more tea. And I'll come back. We'll talk about a couple other things and I'll open up the call lines again. All right. I love you all. Let's do some affirmation cards right quick before I get out of here. And I will come back. Okay. Your intuition is your superpower. I am very creative and extremely talented. I am great at understanding. Keep your eyes on the prize. I am a visionary. Everything I need is always available to me. I always go with the flow. I have a beautiful home. The sky isn't the limit because there isn't one. Companionship comes easy for me. You are an abundant child of the universe. Your name is being praised in rooms that you ain't even in. Money is forever flowing to me. I feel so good right now. Yes, I feel good. Rain down the good feelingness on me. My entire existence is a major flex. Shoot for the stars. Woo! I love you. I believe in you. I am magical. My life is full of wonder. I have a windfall of abundance. Whatever I spend comes back tenfold. Whatever I spend comes back tenfold. People love to buy me things. You are a whole vibe. Everyone loves you. You have beautiful relationships. I'm in love with myself. I have such a supportive team of people. I have a natural magnetism. People love to help me in any way that they can. I bring my dreams into reality. I am a powerful manifester. I am destined for greatness. I am a master creator. I am so beautiful inside and out. I am mentally, physically, and emotionally healthy. I vibrate on a high flying disc. Great people are drawn to me. Opportunities are all around me. Opportunities are all around me. Opportunities are all around you. I am living happily ever after. I deliberately create. I am always inspired. I am in alignment with my truest desires. Great things always happen to me. Everything you want is already yours. I attract what I want. I love my good feeling body. I feel great. Yes, I feel great. I feel great. I feel great. My net worth is steadily and constantly increasing. Show up as her, be her. Show up as him, be him. Don't let nobody play in your face. The world is a stage and you are at the center of it. Life is a movie and you're starring in it. Main character energy for life. I love y'all. Don't dwell on the past. Take care of your vessel. You only have one. Feed your mind, body, and soul things that's actually going to help it excel, progress, and be all that it can be. Okay? Period. Y'all already know what I'm going to say. Spread love is the Brooklyn. I'll see you all later. Love you, love bugs.